All right, this video concerns Iowa unemployment compensation, and we're going to talk about a notice of claim, a form 201A. This is called a protest form. Now, first thing I want to do is give my disclaimer. This is a non-profit video. It's not sanctioned by Iowa Workforce Development or the state of Iowa. It's all with volunteer time. This is legal information, not legal advice. Let's talk about the notice of claim or the protest form. When an employee files a claim for unemployment, almost every employer within the last 18 months will receive a notice of claim form, the form 201A. This is a chance for the employer to protest or contest the claimant's receipt of unemployment. Now, even if you don't want to contest the receipt of unemployment, this is information that's necessary to process the worker's claim. Now, let's talk about some of the important things. Now, first of all, you have a due date, and the due date is in the upper right corner. You can see right there it says due date, and the March 7th was the due date on this one. And that is an important date. If the date falls on a legal holiday or a weekend, you have till the day after, but you should not delay filing these protest forms. If you delay, you're probably going to lose your chance to have a chance for a hearing on this. Now, one of the big problems that come up with timely protests is that these documents, especially for small businesses, these documents are often sent to accountants. The accountants get them, then put them in an envelope and mail them back to the employer because it's something the employer usually has to fill out. And what happens is then it comes to the employer late. Well, folks, you have designated the accountant as your representative, and you're stuck with their receipt date. And if it comes to you late because they mailed it to you or they sat on it for a couple of weeks, that is your responsibility. So you need to talk to your accountant or whatever agent receives this and make sure that they understand the importance of these due dates, and that when something like this comes in, they need to fax it to you the day they get it or call you and get it filled out, signed, and sent back in. There's notices on these, and as with any unemployment document, you need to read everything on the document. And I'm going to give you a portion that's probably the most important. The protest box and complete date must be included on all responses. Now let's take a look at this. Here's your boxes right here, a list of little questions that you need to answer. You need to check one of these and put a date right there. This is your protest. For example, if a person voluntarily quit without good cause, you put the date that they quit and you put a check box there. And you need to fill that information out to the best of your knowledge on the date you have it before the due date. Now, if you can't find your documents and you're going to delay doing it, don't delay until after the due date. It's better getting it in by or on the due date and be wrong on the protest reason, because you can correct the protest reason at a later point if you made a mistake, if you can't find your documents right away. This is amendable. This due date is not amendable. You need to get it in. And it goes right on to say in this, the protest information you provided below must be certified correct by signing and completing the signature box. Take a look right here. Here's your date right here. Here's the information on the person that fills this out. Then you have to sign it down here. If you fail to sign and date this, it may very well be sent back to you. And it says right on the disclosure here, incomplete protest forms will be returned to the employer with no extension to the protest period. So you have to get this in on time. You have to sign it, and you absolutely must fill this out in documents. And it shouldn't take very much time to get it done, so process these immediately. Don't let them sit. Again, if this comes in late after the due date, because of the post office or because of a holiday or because you were on vacation for 2 weeks and there's nobody else in your office, sign and date the date you actually received the document so you'll have good records of why you were sending it in late. And then you have a defense against the issue of an untimely protest. Now let's go over to number 10. You also have some information about vacation pay. Vacation pay is accrued but unused vacation. You don't put down vacation pay that someone received while they were still your employee. You put down vacation pay that was accrued and paid after they quit, after they were gone, after the termination date. So if their last day of work was Wednesday, if you have vacation pay that's accrued of 2 days, you attribute to Thursday and Friday of that week after they left, and you put down the through date and the amount of money. And then there's severance pay. If you have severance pay, then you would start, if you paid 2 days of vacation, then you would start your severance with the day after that. So if Thursday, Friday was vacation pay, you could go the next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as your severance day, use that amount of money and those dates. And holiday pay, that's usually because of layoffs, seasonal layoffs. Sometimes employers will lay off during the Christmas break, but they'll still pay their employees a day for Christmas. And that's what holiday pay is for. But in summary, the big pitfall for employers on this is having their documents sent to some other agent and the agent not getting the information to the employer in time to meet the due date. The due date is paramount. You only have 10 days. And after mailing, you probably are down to about 7 days, 6 days. So get these things in a timely manner. Document when they go in. Keep copies of them. Keep a copy of your fax transmission record. Keep a copy if you mail it to Workforce Development. Make sure you have it. And by all means, read the document from top to bottom and understand it. If you don't understand it, call a Workforce Development representative. And that's about all I want to say about filing a protest. What comes next after the notice of claim would be a fact-finding hearing. And that'll be the subject of a different video.